Gemini, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower weekly reading going from the 6th to the 12th of November. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Let's just see what's going on for you. We do have some lives coming out this Sunday. And if you want to ask questions on the mechanics of the Astroflower, how it works and how it can help you, you'll be more than welcome. We're doing two lives, one at 10 o'clock in the morning and one at 10 in the evening. That is so we can have our Australian and our New Zealand friends, and ours in the evening, our American and Canadian friends as well. Okay, in your relationship side here, there's something that needs to get sorted. There's something that needs to get sorted here, and I think it's almost like an inner conflict that needs to be dealt with, basically, on your relationship side. Which is playing up your emotions in a very sort of unusual way. But you know, if you can exchange it for your financial side, that would be absolutely brilliant. It's looking really good on your financial side, rather than on your relationship side. But then that could well be just like, that's because that's what you're concentrating on at the moment. With the overall energies, you get the Emperor's card. So there's a lot of possibilities, certainly a lot of opportunities which are created by your ability to look at the situation, look at life around you, and take in every aspect of what's going on. You know, if you're walking down a high road or a high street in a town, the main road in the street, in a town, you'll have lots of things. You might have people playing music, you'll have people shouting, there's people coming in and out of shops, there's loads of things going on. And basically getting yourself into that, you know, sort of that flow where everything's playing in your direction, so you find your path and you can find the things that you so desire. You're taking in every aspect that is around you, and almost inventing or creating something new. It certainly seems that on your financial side. On your relationship side, you've got the karmic message of the Nine of Wands. This is all about sort of boundaries. Are you overprotecting yourself, holding yourself back on something? Maybe you should be holding yourself back on something. I think this is a conflict from within you, and I think this is the healthy boundaries. Is your karmic message here is to sort of be easy with yourself. Don't be hard with yourself. In regards to your relationships around you, because you'll only end up being hard with life itself, and I don't think that's really good for you. The universe is influencing your karmic path with the Three of Swords. This could be a case where these healthy boundaries are tied into an experience of something in the past which caused you immense amount of pain. That could well be the case, but it caused you a lot of pain. Okay. But what was the situation that brought that pain around? I think this is where you can look into the past at the moment and see things in a different way. Yes, it might have been painful at the time, but I do believe this is something in the past. I don't believe it's at the moment, or it could be sort of saying, no, this is another thing that's not coming up. It could also be where, you know, the universe is like, I think this is a warning card. So it's either in the past, a long time in the past, but it could also be in your future, and the universe could be warning you about this. Maybe a case is that you're putting up too many boundaries and not allowing your passions to flow out of you, which will cause you pain in the end, because you're not going to be living what you should be living. So you, through your past to your future, you've got to see things in a different light. You know, you've got to be able to sort of see where, you know, you might have done something that you shouldn't have, or, you know, done something wrong, or you should have approached the situation in another way, but also understanding that they could have approached the situation in another way. But it's never going to be one-sided. Relationships are always made up of two sides, and you can't just extract one side and say it's totally the fault of the other person. That's not the case, but it's not totally your fault either. That's the thing here. And once you start seeing that, then you can start kind of going, okay, yeah, there's one of my weaknesses, and this is one of my pleasures, this is one of my forces that I have within me, and you can really start learning it. Because I think there's a lot of things coming to the surface at the moment We are in Scorpio season, so the moon, it's not surprising that it keeps coming out at the moment. I think it's the case here within your relationships. You're starting to discover a lot of hidden sides within you, and discovering your fire, which could at the beginning be almost kind of going, why didn't it work well for me? Why, why? And I think this could be that sort of internal conflict that is happening within you, but just be careful. Don't allow that internal conflict to then start, infecting the world around you, because that's what will come out of it if you're not too careful. So I think you've just got to be a little bit wary of that, and I think you've got to be a little bit wary of just putting up too many boundaries, I think, more than anything else. And there is a case to be said here as well of not putting up enough boundaries, if that is the case for you. This is a general reading, but it's so poised, this relationship side, it's so poised like on a pinnacle point that it could flow either way. So I think there's multitude of sort of things going on for Gemini at the moment in regards to sort of relationship sides of life. The thing is, the overall energy is giving you a lot of potential, and you could really turn this into a real plus for you if you sort of engage your passions in a way that is not only allowing you to open up your heart, but also at the same time is stopping or protecting you from your heart getting any problems or having any sort of pains and stuff like that. Let's just have a look at your heart chakra for a minute. It's too pointed in one direction. I think it's like having it's not that it's in a rut. It's not that at all. It's like you're listening to the same song on an album constantly, and obviously that part of the disc or the record is getting more and more worn away, and I think it's causing you sort of angst in a way, sort of thing. Why do I keep repeating these sort of things? I think this is where you tend to sort of close down sometimes when you get this sort of repeating scenario inside you or in your life. I think you've got a great capacity here to turn it around and turn it completely on its head without you having to sort of like sacrifice everything. Let's have a look what's going on your financial side. On your karmic message, I've got an itchy nose. I don't know what that means. You might find it as a sign or something like that, but I've got an itchy nose. I don't know what it's all about. It's just my nose is itching. So on your karmic path, you've got the Eight of Wands. Yeah, I think you're learning a lot about a pathway that you should be going on. Learning a lot about how you engage in your career, in your business, in your projects. So it's not just a function. It's also a sense of nurturing of your own soul, of your enjoyment in life. And I think you're learning that this week. And the universe here is trying to, and this is why I think you're concentrating a lot more, which on your financial side than on your relationship side. And this could well be a case of causing any problems. We'll have a look at your sacrum in a minute, but the universe here is offering you or trying to encourage this sort of inner understanding and these inner messages that are coming into your life, these inner understandings, and giving you a focal point in your life. And it's allowing you to free yourself up. I think the universe is trying to encourage you to allow your emotions to overflow within your workspace. You've definitely started a journey. And if you haven't, you should be, I think. There's a whole new chapter, and this could be completely doing a different type of job or different industry or a different type of project. But whatever it is, it's put you a little bit out of your comfort zone and tested you a little bit in the past. And this change of direction. And this change of direction, I think you really love. I think you're really finding your feet in a way when it works for you. And it's making you feel whole, making you feel like you're in touch with your higher being, and making you feel like that this is the road that I should be doing and going down. Because on the overall outcome, you get the Ace of Wands. Absolutely beautiful, really beautiful energy coming into you there. And this starting, and it's starting a new pathway, starting a new adventure for you in your life. And it's coming out of an understanding of that, yeah, it's okay to do my job and at the same time to enjoy it and have all the good emotions that go along with it. And once you start doing that, that's when you're going to really start rocking and rolling, Gemini. Let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers cards. Let's see what the clarification is on that side there. We'll have a look at your sacrum as we go through. The Empress card, you get the Ten of Wands. If you're going to want it, you've got to be a lot lighter, I think, here, and not so serious. It's okay to get it wrong. In fact, it's really good. When you get it wrong, you learn a lot, and once you realise that, that's when things will really start playing in your favour. And that's what you've got to let go a bit. And I think this is also that, it does pertain to that as well. If you want it, because this is beautiful. Down the bottom here now, you've got 8, 9, 10 of Wands. It's a real progressional thing going on in your life. There's 2 cards that want to come out here. Let's just have a look. We've got the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Really bossing it up, really. I think you have all the knowledge and understanding to go ahead and live life without having to sort of worry too much about hurting someone or being hurt. This is what I think. Because of the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles there, you understood a lot. There's loads of books in the background and stuff like that. You've been on this massive learning curve. Now it's time to get on and do. And the thing is, if you put too many barriers up, that's when you're going to find the same old problems and the situation. I think you should let go a little bit of the barriers, allow your sort of your matter-of-fact way of doing things to be that sort of protection that you should have. So with the 3 of Swords, you get the 6 of Swords. So the universe is saying here, we've got your back, Gemini. We've got your back. Yes, we know it can be difficult from time to time within relationships. We know it can be very painful. But at the same time, you're going through this storm in order to come out the other side. And I wouldn't be surprised if you end up sort of with these new emotions that come to the surface with the moon and that 5 of Wands. That 5 of Wands is internal conflict, but it's also a learning curve. You're learning about being the best example of yourself. I wouldn't be surprised if the 10 of Cups didn't show up there. With the Hangman, seeing things differently is you get the 5 of Pentacles. You may have shut yourself out from a relationship, or someone has shut you out from a relationship. But I would see that situation, as I said, differently, that everyone has their own responsibility. Everyone has their own, sort of experience to process. And I think you've got to process this experience of the past and just realise that it doesn't have to happen again, basically. So you can shoulder your part of the situation, but you're not going to shoulder the entire lot. If I was you, Gemini, don't bother. It's not worth it. Everyone has their own sort of responsibility and things to be done. That card just wanting to come out with that moon card. I think what you're learning here, look at that. I think what you're learning here is you're learning or you're experiencing a lot of emotions, and maybe it could be, umming and ahhing about sort of offering your love to someone because of what's happened in the past. And it's stopping this love to grow because you're putting up too many boundaries. That's possible, and I wouldn't, because it's causing conflict within you, and you don't deserve conflict, Gemini. You just don't deserve it. And what comes out with the 5 of Wands? You get the 8 of Swords. This is what I'm talking about here. If you allow this inner conflict to come to the surface, and I think this is a big warning for you. If you allow this conflict to sort of grow within you and it infects the world that is around you, you're going to feel like you're sort of hemmed in or penned in. I think you're actually sort of, in reality, because you're putting... just be careful about putting all your eggs in one basket. That's the sort of thing I'm getting behind it. Once you realise you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, it's going to give you a lot more sort of room for maneuver within your relationships to explore the emotions that you should be sort of offering out to the world around you. With the Ace Orgy at the Tower, yes. So this is a real Tower moment, a very good Tower moment for you. It's not a bad Tower moment at all. I think this comes through realization, this information that's coming through on the Eight of Wands. It creates a scenario that is in your life that it changes your belief structure of how business is done, how you do your job, how you do your projects and stuff like that. It's not that it's all changed, but it's just some things are just being destroyed because you are actually stepping in alignment with yourself. So yeah, look at that. Yeah. In alignment, stepping in alignment with yourself. Look at that. The universe is offering you the Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups. Divine counterparts. You've got the Lovers here, and I think it's a divine counterpart with you. I think you're finally, there's something on the cards. I think there's been offered in the past, and it's certainly, or maybe coming up, being offering it to you, where you have this opportunity to just reinvent yourself totally. You know, with the Fool card, you get the Nine of Cups. I think with this approach that you've done, that you've starting to explore your, out of your comfort zone a little bit, it's allowed you to actually realise that there's loads of opportunities with all of these cups here that you are offering to the outside world, but the outside world at the same time is offering to you. It's a real exchange going on between you. Between you and your past, basically, of how you've done things in the past, and now you're starting to realise, kind of going, okay, well, I can use all of that in order to get me, to get my career moving forward, or my business moving forward, or starting my business, or doing these projects. And now look at these lovely gifts that I know I can do, and I can apply them in my life. And with the Lovers card, happiness. You know, it is. I think this is you being in line with what you love doing, and I think that's really good. Look at it. It's the energy that comes off of that is very positive, very enthusiastic, very. It's a joyous energy that comes off of it, almost like a satisfying joy. You know, that really it just feeds and nourishes your soul. As you go forward. Really lovely, really lovely. What is this opportunity coming out? It wouldn't be a reading without the Four of Cups at the moment. I think this is because once you get into alignment with yourself, what you're doing here is you, and this seems to be the message for a lot of people, and certainly for air signs at the moment, is that you're distilling these three cups into that one cup there. And this opportunity that is being offered to you, that's encouraging your fire to come to the surface, because you have a lot of fire at your base, Gemini, and you're bringing that fire through you into your air. And this opportunity here is allowing you to stimulate or distill. This is what we were talking about here, with those lots of different opportunities that are there. You are distilling them in the future and putting them into one cup with this new opportunity that is coming your way. A very big opportunity for your workspace, basically. A major, almost life-changing, I think, in a way. And it comes in the future, so we're probably looking at the next sort of 2 or 3 weeks that will come to the surface. Thank you very much for being with us, Gemini. I really do appreciate your support for us on this channel. We're doing these 2 lives on Sunday, don't forget about that. We've also got our sister channel, CYMATIC TV. I might see you over there for anything about energy, basically. I will speak to you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.